Hello and welcome to the very first retro ramblings of the season. As you can see, I'm wearing my brand new Space Invader t-shirt courtesy of Retro GT. You can follow them on Twitter at Retro GT, or you can go visit them on the website down there. So it's the first ramblings of the season, and this episode I'm going to be talking about Sega's meme machine from the early 90s, the Mega Drive, or if you're one of our American cousins, the Genesis. But before we do that, let's take a look at just what it can do. Chances are when you ask a retro gamer what their favourite all-time machine was, the Mega Drive will be way up in their list. This is the UK version of the Mega Drive. As you can see, it's a pretty awesome looking machine, a great marketing tool for Sega at the time in the early 90s. Later on, they then released the Mega Drive 2, which looks like that. Just a little bit smaller than the original Mega Drive, not as good looking in my opinion, but still a great machine. Still did all the same things that the original Mega Drive did. This is the Japanese version, or USA version of the Mega Drive. The only slight difference is obviously it's got the red markings there, but basically again the same machine. The control pad was a nice little touch. 3-button control pad, start button. Yeah, really nice little control pad. Fits in the hand quite nicely. That's the basic outline of what the Mega Drive looked at. As you can see, playing behind me is a game called Altered Beast. It's not running on the Mega Drive, unfortunately. I've got it running on a PlayStation from the Mega Drive collection. But it was the first game that was released on the Mega Drive, and I just want to take a few moments now to go through some of the games that define the generation. So the first game I want to show you is obviously Altered Beast. This is the game that was released with the Mega Drive. At the time we was all upgrading from Nintendos and Master Systems, so first of all the first thing you notice is obviously the speech, which was one thing that had never been heard on a console really before. It really set what the Mega Drive was all about. The game itself isn't the greatest game in the world. Basically you go around collecting these big red, blue balls, and basically go around kicking and punching the enemies. The more blue balls you get, the bigger you become, and eventually you'll turn into an animal. But the basic gameplay is pretty basic really. It's no more than a scrolling platformer beat 'em up, with only punch, jump and kick. Apart from that though, it's still regarded as a lot of people's favourite game, purely because it was the original Mega Drive game. As you can see, I'm not that great at it, just died, but powered up to a big man. But the boss won't let you take him on until you're the actual animal. I'll just carry on playing it until we get to that stage. Let's just beat up a few more. There's the guy there. Oh, got him, right. Now you change into the first beast, hence the name Altered Beast. And then you get some superpowers, a bit more running and punching. It's all very basic, but as a showcase for the Mega Drive to start with, it was a really good showcase. The graphics were good for the time, and like I say, it could actually talk, which was pretty awesome. So yeah, Altered Beast was a relatively good start for the Mega Drive. So the next game I want to show you is Echo the Dolphin. It was released on the Mega Drive a little bit into its lifespan. As you can see though, let's just get to the next level to show you a bit. The animation, the smoothness of the game really stood out. Basically it's a game where you go around, you've got to rescue your friends, your dolphins, which is a bit of a lame storyline for a game, but nevertheless the gameplay, people used to sit and play this just to mess around with this dolphin, which sounds a bit weird, but it was such a quality looking game, and it was fun just swimming around. There is actually a plot and a point to the game, but most people, including me, didn't worry about that. We just wanted to swim around with dolphins. But here you go, you can send a sonar ray out, you can talk to other dolphins, if you can catch them, that is, there you go, talking to your dolphins. But apart from that, it was a quality little game. It sold loads, it did well for the Mega Drive, and that's about it for Echo the Dolphin. Lastly, I want to show you the game that defined the Mega Drive, and that's Sonic the Hedgehog. When this first came out, the first thing you notice when you load it up is Sega, which is just such a nice touch, and again it was something that was like the wow factor. But the game itself is just awesome. If you have not played Sonic before, then you really need to sort yourself out and get it. You can pick it up on eBay for next to nothing now. There's so many of them about, and it's such a great little game. It's fast, it's colourful, the graphics are awesome, the sound's brilliant, the gameplay's superb. It may be a little bit easy for some, but it's just one of those games that you just had to play. And it's a real basic game. You run around, you've only got one button, which is jump. You can do a few different moves on it, but look at the speed it goes, and this is on a 16-bit console. It's something that had never been attempted before, really, and of course it was brought out to counterbalance Nintendo's Mario. Sorry, I got a bit into the game then, and that's it. That's the first level, but what a great level it is. So, like I say, if you haven't played this game, you really need to get hold of it and have a go, and it will tell you just what the Mega Drive was about. Well, that's my ramblings done on the Mega Drive. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's maybe persuaded a few of you to go out and look up the Mega Drive. They're dirt cheap on eBay. You can follow me on Twitter at the Retro Rambler, or you can follow me on my blog at www.wordpress.com/the Retro Rambler. It's back over to the studio, but before we go, I just want to leave you with an advert that many people regard as the best gaming advert ever done.